Welcome to another show. Today I am very excited because not only we get to talk about the semi-truck again, the Tesla semi-truck. I have a very special guest here. His name is Stavros. He has his own channel on YouTube as well. It's called Stavros969. He's all the way in Ireland, and I just figured that we live in a bit of a bubble here, a Tesla and electric car bubble, but I thought it would be really awesome to have somebody who is and sort of outsider and have more of a sober perspective about this. He's driven semi trucks before. He has a he has a lot of videos about trucks in general on his channel. So he's going to give us sort of the perspective of the other end of the spectrum. So I'm really excited to have him. Before that, if this is your first time here, my name is Alex. Welcome to my channel. If you are interested in staying up to date on everything that's going on in the world of electric cars, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can become a part of our community. All right, without further ado, let me introduce Stavros. Stavros, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hello from Ireland, 5,000 miles from you.
Yes, I'm excited to have you, man. Now, for those of you who are watching the description, in the description of this video, you'll find a link to Stavros' channel. Check out some of his videos. They are really cool. Also, I'm going to put a card right here, so you can click on it and check out his channel. Definitely make sure to subscribe to it because I've enjoyed some of his videos. So should you as well. All right, Stavros, let's talk about semi-trucks. And let's talk about it, Tesla semi-truck. Tell us a little bit more about your experiences, your passion about driving semis yourself, and let's start talking about if this Tesla semi-truck is going to appeal to people who are actually truck drivers.
Well, that's the big question, Alex. And
Yes.
that's one thing Tesla have to make sure they get correct. Now, of course, I did touch upon the issue of the central driving position in the video. That's one thing I'm a bit worried about. So I would actually love to be one of the designers and engineers working on this Tesla truck to get as much feedback to the engineers as possible from somebody like myself who's been driving them for more than 17 years and driving smaller trucks for more than 8 years. So yeah, it would be, I would really love to sit in the truck and see how it's designed inside. So, and the range as well, they said a 500-mile range, Alex. Not really enough.
Really?
But
Even
look,
with
if
a
it's
full
fully
load, you don't think it's enough? Even in Europe? See, I thought in Europe, 500-mile range will be like more than enough. Why do you think it's not enough? And what should it really be?
It should be 2,000 miles, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I can fill up my truck, Alex. It takes about 1,300 euro to fill my truck up, okay? And I can drive about over 3,000 kilometers without having to fill up my truck. So that's an awful long range. You see, what Tesla need to do, especially if they're trying to enter Europe in a big way with this truck, they have to make sure that they have even more recharging stations, because there are so many trucks on the road in Ireland, in the UK and Europe. Will they have enough charging stations to meet demand for? Because if the truck does sell in big numbers, will Tesla have the employees to build the trucks, just like the Model 3? We were talking earlier about the demand,
Okay, but so let me understand. So because from what I understand, and this is again just maybe inside the bubble, I thought that most trucks don't really go more than 300-400 miles per day, just simply because they're either local deliveries or because especially here in United States, there are regulations for how long a truck driver can even be behind the wheel. I believe it's a 11-hour window. Why does a truck need to have 2,000-mile range then?
Well, it doesn't actually need to in this country where I am. The only thing I'm trying to get across is the charging stations, where they're going to be positioned. And say, for instance, if Tesla come to this premises I'm in and put in a charging station, how much is that going to cost? How much is it going to take to charge my truck? Now, what Elon Musk didn't put across in the press conference and I would have said it to him if I was charge of the PR. He should have said that I have a recharge battery, you know, a kind of a device, okay, that I can put on a pallet on wheels, wheel it into the back of my truck, have this, bring it out of the truck and bring it up to the tractor unit and plug it into the tractor unit and charge my truck while my truck is being offloaded. This is what Elon should have said at the press conference. We will be making battery power packs, mobile battery power packs, where we can charge up the truck while the truck is being offloaded, and you can offload it out the back of your truck on a pallet and wheel it up to your tractor unit. A sort of mobile device that's already pre-charged. That would be definitely a good option to have for your Tesla truck. So the range would not be an issue in Ireland. Most of the trips, 500 miles is fine for a lot of people. But as I said, it's just the amount of charging stations. And yeah, I really want to drive this truck and see what it's like on the road.
So I was just showing the
I'd
video.
be very interested in driving.
I was just showing you the video of me being in front, you know, behind the wheel of the truck, but I don't really know much. It was really cool, so I'm showing it right now. As you can see, and I know you've mentioned it in your videos, that the driver's seat in the middle is not necessarily a good thing. So can you explain that a little bit, and also tell me, what do you think about the flat panel screens? Like, is this something that appeals to actual truck drivers who actually do this, or would they rather have knobs that they can touch and so forth? Tell me a little bit about what you think about that specific sort of configuration that Tesla had in their trucks.
Yeah, I've seen the photos of the central driving position and the two screens. That is definitely no problem at all, using those screens and touching the screens. It's just, Alex, when you're making a maneuver with a truck, some of the tight maneuvers that we have to make, you have to put your head out the window and see where your trailer is. You're going up a tight street. You need to hop outside, your head out the window and see down. You know, like Scania with the new truck spent an awful lot of time into getting better visibility out of the truck. So having a narrower A-pillar and a dashboard that is set low so that your eye line goes down and you can see the road ahead of you, which is very important as well. But of course, Tesla, when they put this truck into market, it will have all these autonomous features in it anyway. So it'll be interesting to see this autonomous level 4, I believe, Alex, will be fitted into this truck. So I would really love to take it for a test drive and see what it's all about, because, but the one issue I do have with it, Alex, and I said it in the video, is the build quality. They have to make sure that it's robust, very robust. That's why Scania and Volvo can spend up to 10 years developing a truck before it hits the market.
So what does it mean, build quality, right? Because Tesla said that they basically have a 1,000,000-mile warranty on their powertrain. Tell me, what are the things what does that really mean? What are the parts that have to last, and why?
Yeah, well, the parts that have to last are obviously the doors, especially the driver's side door needs to be completely robust, and make sure that the hinges are strong for the weight of the door. Okay. And small little details like if the truck is going to have mirrors, to make sure that there's wires on the mirrors, so if the mirror does pop out or if someone hits it, that the mirror is not going to fall on the ground and smash. It'll be held by a small little wire. Just tiny little details, and make sure that the grille is easy to open on the outside and that it's lockable, that it can't be opened from outside. It has a lock on the inside. And then the driver's seat has to have numerous adjustments in it, you know, up and down and lumbar support. You have to have as much features on a truck driving seat as you have to have in a car, because you do an awful lot more mileage in a truck. And it's just the visibility out of the cab, Alex, has to be very good. Okay, the central driving position is great in theory, but in practice, that's why I need to drive it.
Right. Well, unfortunately, they're probably not going to let too many people drive it, at least in the next few months or maybe even a year. But I have to say that I talked to quite a few people who were in a like trucking industry area, part of the event when I went to the unveiling event, and it seemed like it was true what Elon said, that when they were developing this truck, they involved a lot of a trucking industry, and they actually participated in designing this. So I assume that this is not just something that Tesla just decided to kind of try. There are a lot of feedback that they got from the industry, which actually leads me to another point is, you know, it's not just the big trucking companies and just big market like Walmart and stuff like that that own trucks. A lot of trucks, from what I understand, are owned by regular people. Just one guy owns a truck and does his business. Tell me what is the percentage, just generally speaking, of people who just own their own trucks, and what do you think their perspective, just as far as business is concerned, on this truck? Are they afraid that maybe this truck will take away their jobs at some point with with the self-driving issues or features, or do you think this is something that they it makes sense for them financially? Talk a little bit more from a perspective for just a truck driver who just owns his one truck and makes a living on it.
Well, it's okay. The MPG on the truck that I drive, Alex, is 8.5 miles per gallon. Okay, so it's a very thirsty truck, but it all goes down to the running costs. Okay, so say for instance, a lot of people would say, "Oh, Scania is a great truck, Volvo is a great truck," but they're all hugely expensive trucks. So say for instance, if you have a cheaper truck with a better warranty, obviously, drivers are going to go for the cheaper truck with a better warranty, because in the long run, you're saving money, as opposed to buying a hugely expensive truck that's costing you an awful lot. And then people would argue, yeah, but there's the depreciation and the resale value. But add it all up. If you have a truck with a better warranty, maybe you're better off buying the cheaper truck as opposed to buying, the more expensive truck. So it's just all down to doing your homework when you're going out buying a truck. But Alex, you touched upon, like drivers, and are they worried about their jobs being gone? Well, I can tell you this, that's something that they won't have to worry about in Europe, because the driver shortage for trucks is going to be at critical level, they reckon, in the next 5 years in the UK. The shortage is very, very bad. We had 2 drivers leave us there about 3 weeks ago. One, I don't even know, is he driving anymore? And the other guy, he left us because he was too young to be on our insurance. So he left us for another company because he wanted to drive a semi-truck or articulated truck with a different company that were able to insure him. But our insurance company won't insure drivers that are less than 26 years of age. Our insurance won't cover them. So he was only 23, so off he went. He left us.
So tell me,
but Alex,
yeah, go ahead.
The average age truck driver between Ireland and the UK is 47, and the average age bus driver is nearly 10 years older than that, 57. So that's not a good average, 47, and it's getting worse. It's not getting any lower. So there's just some of the issues that we have in Ireland and the UK with the driver shortage.
So okay, so that's fair enough.
Okay, ahead,
so let's say in a perfect world, and that's that's my last question for you. What do you see in the next 2 or 3 years as this truck gets released? What problems do you see that it might have, and they might have to kind of fix it in the next couple of years as they're probably testing it? And secondly, what do you think it's going to do to the trucking industry as far as like just the industry, but also just truck making industry? Do you think it will force other companies to start making electric trucks, or do you think this is something that will come and go, and Tesla might actually lose out on this game if they don't get this right? What's your prediction in the next 2 or 3 years from what you've seen so far and from what you know about truck drivers and the trucking industry?
Well, my prediction is that Tesla is definitely onto a winner, okay? I can't put Elon Musk down or say that it's all a bad idea. Elon, you've got a fantastic idea, and all I can say is it's about time somebody like him entered the truck market with this electric truck, and they will all have to follow. So you will see a big rush, as you are seeing at the moment, with all these car manufacturers rushing to get fully electric cars. Porsche, Rolls-Royce will even have an all-electric Rolls-Royce coming at some point. They'll probably have a hybrid at some point, and then full electric. They'll all go full electric. Aston Martin, they're all going to have full electric cars. So there's a big rush on at the moment. And then the technology is moving so fast. Even in the last 5 years, all the autonomous features, it's fantastic to see them coming down into cars at the moment. But Alex, one thing I can't figure out, right? We have some of the best truck manufacturers in the world in Europe, okay? Some of the best at building trucks. Yet you buy a new truck, where's the night vision camera? All these options that have been available for more than 10 years. Like we do so much mileage on the roads at night. We don't have a night vision camera. So Elon Musk, will you please fit a night vision camera to your truck?
And are we talking about the cameras around the truck, or what does the night vision camera do? Is it just for the around the truck and behind it, or it's actually to help you see forward?
Help you to see forward. So looking at a night vision camera at night, Alex, is like driving with your full head beams on. That's the level of distance you can see ahead of you driving with a night vision camera. They're fantastic. I drove a Lexus LS600 that had it at night, and it extends your line of vision far forward. So why don't we have them in trucks? I don't even think it's an option in some of the new trucks in Europe, which is an absolute outrage, because it's, as I said, it's been in cars for more than 10 years. Why does the truck manufacturing business have to be so behind the cars in terms of technology? Which is why I like Elon Musk bringing this truck to market, because I know he will definitely put a lot of these features into the truck, which will make it stand out from the rest. As long as he gets the pricing right and he has plenty of charge.
Yeah, I think if anyone's actually going to add those features that you're talking about, like a night vision and everything, just kind of pushing everything forward, that will be him. And I'm hoping that in the next couple of years, as they're developing the truck, and I know they're still going to continue working with the trucking industry, and I'm going to assume, and this is just a guess, that they're actually going to use these trucks to go between their own two factories in Nevada and California. And in those 2 years, they're gonna, listen more and experience more and add those features. But I've never heard, by the way, anybody say about the night vision camera, and this is why I have you on the show, is because like never even heard about it. But that's obviously a feature that I hope they put in there if it's really necessary for safety. I mean, they're all about safety. I mean, you've seen that video of they showed about the windshield, and I'm showing it right now, of the windshield being like protective over almost an explosion that can take it. So they are doing something new and innovative. Yes. So that's good to hear. All right.
And one other thing.
Yeah.
One other thing to Elon Musk is, right? Do you know when you hook your trailer, you get your tractor unit, and you hook it under your trailer? You know the fifth wheel coupling? Will Tesla please put a lamp down at the end of the fifth wheel coupling, so that when we get under the trailer to check that it's clicked in properly, we don't have to use a torch, to bring it in under. We'll just have a little light and a little switch in our cab that we can turn on, that we can see the fifth wheel coupling without having to carry a torch around. Just another tiny little feature. If I was on the design team.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Elon on speed dial, but I'm hoping he's hearing you and people like you at some point, right? He's going to be getting feedback. So, all right, man. Well, listen, just like I said, thank you so much for being on my channel. I really appreciate it. For those of you guys who have not seen Stavros' Stavros' channel. It's Stavros969. Once again, the description of this video has the link to this channel. The card you've already seen on the screen earlier today. Definitely check it out. He does have a video specifically about Tesla semi-truck, so check it out. It's very informative. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for being on my channel. I hope this is, we can do this again. Your perspective is definitely unique. I'm definitely enjoying just, being poked from outside of the bubble. So yeah, thank you so much for being.
I definitely want to come on again at some point, Alex, and talk about the Tesla Model 3, which you have more information on than I have. So I'd love to come on again sometime and we can do a video about that Tesla Model 3 and other Teslas that you have driven as well. We'll do that at some point.
Absolutely. All right, man, this has been a blast. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Stavros' channel is down in the description of this video. Please go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think the challenges are going to be of the semi-truck. If you have some sort of a third-party knowledge about this from the truck driving, truck industry type of perspective, please let me know in the comments. I definitely want to welcome all of them because we're here to educate each other, really. All right, guys. Other than that, I will see you next time, and remember to stay charged.